Hello, cats and kittens, pups and pooches. It's Susie Q96, and it's time for From the Ground Up, little metal detecting discussion. We talk about some coins and some other stuff, but this is mostly my metal detecting show with my wonderful moderator, Handy Andy 736, who is already ready to rock and roll here. I see we've got the lucky James Eller in the room. And of course, I always start a few minutes early because I have to make sure everything works. And most of the time it doesn't. So, anyway, what you're seeing on the screen is, well, it's some stuff. And it may still be here later. And I may just throw it in the trash. I don't know what I'm doing yet. No, actually, these are some lovely giveaway prizes. I got a little sticker pack here. I've got a Nokta Macro Detectors little drawstring backpack. We've got a Nokta Macro hat. Both of those two items are courtesy of Calico Detectors. And I also have a little packet of supplies for when you find all of those coins out there, and you know, you find a real and a barber, you know, you gotta have something to put them in. So we got a few little things here we're going to give away. I'm not sure how the giveaways are going to work yet, but it does not involve a comment video. Good evening, Scott Jarvie. How are you tonight? Oh my goodness. Let me get over here and look at something besides the prizes for a while. There I am. By golly, I did it right for a change. I'm a little bit in the dark, but who cares? So first I'm going to start out by having a little drink of my unbranded cola drink so I don't get a copyright infringement. Like nobody can tell what that is based on the bottle or anything, but hey, thank you, Handy Andy 736. In my little coin package, there were 6 of these unbranded little rascals, and I'm having mine now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty. I'm 5 minutes early, so I can't really start any of the planned stuff. So let me see here. Well, we did finish up the penny hunt. That video is up now, so if you missed out on the penny box hunt, you might want to check that out. We found a lot of stuff in that box, so obviously there are a lot more S coins in a box from Utah than there are from a box from Georgia, because I'm lucky if I find one S, and I know I had 15 or so. So it was pretty good. Now I got to sort through all this copper for things. And then I've got my list of pennies that I need to look for before I can turn these rascals back in. On the off chance that I might actually find something. Kellen L. Hi, Kellen. Are you trolling, baby? Oh, no troll. They shoot trolls. Hi, Peter. Welcome, welcome. I logged on a little bit early because I was making sure I had all my stuff in working order here. I'm never 100% sure what I'm doing, but eventually I get it out there. I didn't do a very good job of promoting myself this week because I got lazy. No, actually, because today I just didn't feel very well this morning. I've still got that box of rocks, and I'm going to tell you something, Kelly. I packed most of my jewelry making supplies already for the move, but the box of rocks and the bezels I bought for them did not get packed, because as soon as I get to the other end of this move, that's what I'm going to be working on. So they're going in a separate box with my tools and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to make something out of that box of rocks. You better believe it. So there's some pretty rocks in there. All right, so I did not get to go metal detecting this week, and I'm pretty mad about that. 3 mornings this week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I set my alarm for 5:15 so I could get up and go early in the morning before it got too hot. And every single day when I got up, it was raining. Every day. Now, my metal detector is waterproof, and sometimes I forget that. And I probably could put on my raincoat and go out there and detect, but I don't want to take any chances with catching a cold or anything right now with all of the madness that's going on. So I'm going to try again tomorrow morning and see if I can get out there. Because I want to play with the detector I got from my brother. And I'm making this little package here of things to, let me get this off the screen so I can show you what I'm working on here. The booklet that came with the detector gives you 2 or 3 items to test so that you can get an idea of what range they are going to come up on. They tell you to get a nail, a pull tab, a clad quarter, and a zinc penny. Well, you know what? Those aren't the things I want to look for. Those are the things I don't want to look for. So I'm making my own packet of things that I want to test. Oh my gosh, you forgot to charge your Knox. Oh, that's not good, Scott. That's not good. I will tell you, I have in my car a little power thing that I can, in an emergency, charge my Simplex with. So far, I have never forgotten to charge it, but back when I had the Garrett and I had to put batteries in it, I would get out there and turn it on and the batteries would be dead, and I didn't have any new batteries with me, so I'd have to go home. So anyway, they have you doing an air test on a nail, a pull tab, a clad quarter, and a zinc penny. Well, like I said, those are not particularly what I want to be looking for with that detector. So I'm making my own little bag here, in which I am putting a silver quarter, a silver dime, a gold ring, a clad $50, a silver $50, a sterling ring, a copper penny, a silver dime, and 2 different nickels, a regular nickel and a war nickel. And I'm going to go somewhere. I have a place picked out where I can do these tests without losing my coins. And so I've been trying now for 3 or 4 days to make that happen. And every day I've gotten rained out. So I'm going to try it again. I need to familiarize myself with the detector that I got from my brother, because I don't know anything about it. I found a couple of videos, but it's an older detector, so I'm not finding a whole lot online that is helping me with what I'm looking for, which is to test it on like a freshwater beach It is not a waterproof detector. The coil is waterproof, but I want to test it on a freshwater beach because there's a giant stream that runs right through the farm that my sister and her husband live on. And there are also several other fishing holes up there that my sister frequents that I'm going to be able to detect. And the extra detectors will be being used by my niece's children and my sister. So in order for me to teach them how to use those detectors, I have to know how to use them. Now, my little bounty hunter, that one is, it's basically the point and click of metal detectors. It's, you know, it's pretty simple, and it used to belong to my sister. So she's actually called dibbies on that one. So that means that my nephew is going to be using this Titan, and I have to learn how to use it so I can explain it to him. So I've got my little group of things. I've also thrown in a copper penny, and I may put an Indian head in. I don't know that the composition is going to be that different, but I'm going to pick a random sampling of coinage and jewelry and go out there with this detector because I know nothing about it. I mean, nothing. I know how to turn it on, and I walked around my brother's yard with it for a few minutes and found a couple of screws and nails and that sort of thing. But my brother's yard had been detected multiple times. And then I went back over his yard with my simplex and found a couple of pennies and a nickel and some more junk. So there just wasn't much there to find. So it wasn't really a good testing ground for that detector. So that's the project I want to work on. I almost had a new video up tonight, but I had a technical problem. And by the time I got it finished and started exporting it, I realized that it wasn't going to be done exporting by time for me to go on. So I had to get out of that process. So it probably will come out tomorrow sometime. I think it's the last or one of the last videos that I made with my simplex before they came out with the firmware updates. And those videos are going to be a real trip. What happened when I upgraded my machine, because my machine just went plain stupid, and it took the experts from Nokta to figure out what had happened. And now, I mean, now the machine is prime, but there were a couple days there where I was ready to pitch it into a river and see if it was really waterproof, or maybe not see, because I might have just left it floating. All righty. So, got anybody in here? Well, it says we have 6 people watching. I know who some of those 6 people are. A couple may be lurking. And that's okay. Let me see. I got a little announcement. I'm going to keep announcing this one until it actually happens. It's about Florida Hunt 7, which is a ginormous metal detecting event down in Central Florida near Ocala. This year will be the 7th year, and they're doing it a little bit differently because last year a lot of people reserved spots and did not pay and did not show. And so people who really wanted to be there were unable to attend. So this year he's doing it a little bit differently. And in order to get all of the information on and the updates, you'll need to go to the Facebook group called Florida Hunt 7. The hunt will be held February 5th, 6th, and 7th of 2021. February 5th is the meet and greet portion where you just get to hang out. And I know they had a lot of vendors last year. I know that Kelly Co Detectors was down there. They gave away a bunch of shirts and some detectors and had a good time with the folks. And then the next 2 days are the actual hunts. Some of them are, I think there's like 300 acres, he said, this year. Hi, Iffy. Anyway, there's supposed to be around 300 acres to search. So if you're interested in attending Florida Hunt 7 in February 5th, 6th, and 7th of 2021, go over to Facebook and find the Florida Hunt 7 Facebook group. You will have to get approved for the group. Just sign up for it. And I think he asks a question like, what detector do you have, or something. But anyway, if you get in that group, then that group will be the clearinghouse for all the info about Florida Hunt 7. By the time that event happens, I'm going to be living in Virginia, but it's a one-day drive for me from the part of Virginia that I will be in, because I'm just barely going to be in Virginia. So I am planning to attend that unless Florida has been buried because of the coronavirus. I actually have to go down there the end of July, and I'm kind of dreading it. Oh, thank you for posting Iffy's link. That's a good plan there. Please check out Iffy's channel. He's got a really cool metal detecting channel. And he's also my metal detecting camera sponsor. I was shooting all of my videos with my little iPhone 6, and it was not happy, and they weren't coming out very good. And Iffy sent me a little Canon camera and a GoPro Hero 3, and that changed everything for my channel. He upgraded to better cameras, and I got his old ones, and then I got a second GoPro Hero 3 and some extra batteries. That's what all of it, when you hear me talking about Patreon sponsors, that kind of stuff is what the Patreon sponsorship money goes for. I had to buy batteries. I had to buy chargers. I did get a second camera simply because sometimes you just can't get the right camera angles. And so I did all that and got some accessories for it. And that stuff all cost me a lot of money, but I make better videos because of it. I'm far from professional, but there's just me. Hi, Cynthia. Did you get your books yet? I hope. So anyway, that was my news on that. I guess some of you may have seen what happened last week with Indiana Tones and Meryl and Terry, and several of them went out in New York City looking for a lady's $10,000 engagement ring that she lost on the beach. And Terry's treasures, she found it. There's some pretty good video. Indiana Tones was live, but he got there after the ring had already been found. But there are some clips going around of that. And that was pretty cool. They got on Channel 2 News up in New York City, so it was kind of a big deal. Let's see, what else did I have to talk about tonight? I think Let me see how many people we got and how many likes we got. Okay, if we get to 15 people or 20 likes, whichever comes first, that's when I'm going to do a drawing. Oh yeah, that was an awesome recovery, Cynthia. That lady was so happy. And her husband kept trying to give Terry this handful of money. And she didn't want to take it. And he pretty much insisted. And she thought it was like $50 or so. Well, after the people got their ring and they left, somebody asked her how much money it was, and she opened it up, and it was several $100s. And so she kindly shared that with everyone who had driven out there to look for the ring, which I thought that was a class act move. So that was really, really a cool recovery. This thing was huge. It was, I can't remember how many diamonds they said it had in it, but it was a platinum ring. It was just like gobs and gobs of diamonds. This thing was worth a pile of money. A lot of money. And it was really fun to watch when the lady came to get it. Her, she had lost it the day before. It was found with an Equinox 600, and it was, from what they said in the video, it was 18 inches down. So that was an amazing recovery. It had been out there for a day. So then I guess they went to look for another one the next night, and I watched part of the live stream of that one, but I had to go do something else. So I did not get to find out if they found that ring or not. But I found out something really interesting today. That was a lousy segue, but I learned something I did not know. And I'm going to try and bring it up here. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I'm going to try and show you what I learned today. And we might play a little game with what I learned today. If I can find, okay, this one. All right. All right, I'm going to show you a little piece of a video. And I want to see if any of you can tell me who it is. I'm going to see if I can do this. I've not had the best luck doing this. So I don't know if this is actually streaming or you can see it or not. But does anyone recognize that gentleman who is sitting there with that metal detector? I'm going to cut it back off. I'm going to stop it. Does anybody know who that was? I'll put it back on with sound if I can figure out how to do that. But if anybody knows who that is, post it in the stream, because I think you'll find it very interesting. I certainly did. That gentleman has found so many things. He lives in the UK. He has found so many things that most of his finds are in museums over there. And he's not your normal kind of detectoring guy that you would think would be out there finding Roman relics and that sort of thing. But he sure did. And I don't see anybody commenting on who it might be. So it says right on the video. But do you know who Bill Wyman is? That's the question. G-Dub got it. It's Bill Wyman. But who is Bill Wyman? Bill Wyman is the bass player, or retired bass player, for the Rolling Stones. That's right, folks. That is a rockin', rollin' detector and fool. So much that he has a detector named after him. Let's see if I can put this sound on. I hope I don't get in trouble on this, but I want to show some of his video.
You never know what the next find is. That's the exciting thing about it. That's what I love about it. And you also get fresh air and exercise. It's a great hobby. So I got interested and she came out on the field with me.
And there he is. This is his daughter that comes out with him.
11 Roman coins, and she found 5 of them. So I thought, well, there's lots of young kids out there, schools, that might want to have detecting classes because you learn history. So it's educational as well as a nice hobby. You've got the two things. You've got that, the signal. You've got on and off.
Now, obviously, I can't show his whole video, but
that's your off, isn't it? And that's your on. So it's easy to use.
So the higher you put it, the
louder it goes. Yeah. Okay. So it's very easy to use.
The detector needs to.
I bought a C-scope because I like this difference in.
So anyway, I can't run the whole video, but I just thought that was absolutely fabulous when I discovered that, because I am a major fan of the Rolling Stones. And to find out that Bill Wyman has been a detectorist since the 1990s. He's been on British TV demonstrating metal detectors. He actually has a detector that is named after him, and you can purchase them through his website, which I thought was pretty cool. He has also written a book about archaeology and metal detecting finds. So I just thought that was pretty awesome. Hi, Deborah Walls. How are you? So that was one of the things that I discovered today. And I also found out a couple of more musicians who also share the hobby, and an actor who shares the hobby. Garth Brooks is a metal detectorist. No, G-Dub, I did not buy one of his detectors. I'd like to, but no, I'd like to just to have one. But they didn't have any U.S. pricing or anything on the site, so I'm probably going to email them and see what I can find out about them, though. Anyway, I also discovered that Garth Brooks is a metal detectorist, and Hank Williams Jr. and his daughter, who sadly was killed in a car accident about 3 weeks ago, both metal detectorists. And one of my favorite stories that I found was posted on a forum by a detectorist, and I had to research it a little to find out whether or not it was made up, or if in fact the person he named does do metal detecting. Apparently a gentleman up in Chicago was metal detecting on the shores of Lake Michigan when a guy came up and just took his detector out of his hand and started going down the beach with it. Well, of course, this detectorist, he's going to go after his detector. You know, you just don't do that. And he catches up to the guy, and it's Dan Aykroyd. So, you know what? I'd let Dan Aykroyd take my detector for a little spin. But anyway, it turns out Aykroyd actually does know a little bit about detectors. I was unable to find out what type of detector Williams used and what type Aykroyd uses, but Garth Brooks uses a white. So I did find that much out. And Bill Wyman uses his own brands that he actually worked on with a company over there in England. And so he has his own branded detectors. So I just thought that was pretty cool. You know, people always have this picture of detectorists as, you know, really nerdy people. And yet here's a guy like Bill Wyman, who is from the world's greatest rock and roll band, and he's out there metal detecting and finding things so awesome that they belong in a museum. That's just cool. That is cool beyond cool. And to see him out there with his kids, his wife is about 45 years younger than him. So that is his daughter in the video with him, not his granddaughter. That is his daughter. But I just love that. I thought that was a totally awesome thing to find out. Okay, I got my 15 likes. How about that? So, I guess we can play in here. And so what we're going to do, this is going to be an either or. This is a metal detecting stream. So you coin people are kind of going to be out of, well, not totally out of luck, but the either or is going to be, let me switch cameras so I can show them prizes. Oh, wee. All right. We have a bad camera angle. That's what we have. We have this little packet here, which y'all get out there, you find your coins, what you gonna do with them? Well, there you go. This is a variety pack of flips and envelopes for coinage. And going along with that is a little sticker pack, which has an interesting mix. We have Big Mill, Hunt's Silver. We have the metal detecting Smiths. We have Ravenhawk coins and the ever popular Suzy Q96 metal detecting and coin collecting. So you have a choice of that or a Nokta Macro Detector Company hat. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. We're going to guess numbers, but I'm not writing any numbers down. We're going to guess some numbers between let me see, what's the minimum you could get would be 6. So between 6 and 30. I have 5 of these. If you rolled all 6s, you'd have 30. So when I tell you to start, you can guess your number, and then I'm going to roll, so I won't have any idea either. Now, actually, it'd be between 5 and 30 because I only have 5 dice. I thought I had 6. I'm thinking about, I left one in the box. Okay. Don't guess yet. I have not started the thing. We know that it's not going to be any higher than 30 because that's the max that those dice will give me. You will have 2 minutes. Let me get my timer started. We will leave the guessing open for 2 minutes. I got to get my little timer all rigged up here. And when it appears on the screen, then you may start guessing. All righty, as soon as you see it, you can start guessing. And we'll have 2 minutes to get your number up there. It has to be between 5 and 30. So I was just trying to do something different. I don't like the random pickers. I think they work on some sort of weird algorithm, and it just seems like some people win a whole lot and some people never win. So I thought I'd try this. This wasn't I have one that's in the works. This wasn't it, but I thought about this one today. I said, we can do that. Okay, so we still got right around a minute left in case anybody's lurking or hanging out in two channels at the same time, like Kellen. And Kellen does that a lot. And I've been known to do it too, so I can't fault anybody for trying to support more than one channel at the same time. Especially when there are auctions and different things going on, or you've got something in a coin roll hunt that you've already invested in. So I think we're down to about 17 seconds. Doesn't look like anybody else is getting in. Now, how this is going to work is I'm going to roll the dice and we'll total up what's on the dice, and whoever is closest without going over will be the winner. And you have a choice between the two little prize packages. And stop. It's closest to, G-Dub. Closest to without going over. You don't have to hit it right on it, but if you go over, you're out. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up here so I can see everybody's numbers. And then I'm going to move these prizes because I'm going to roll them right out here where everybody can see. I'm not rigging anything. Trying to find a hard surface. Here we go. They don't roll very well on that cloth, so I put a nice hard plastic surface up here. Here we go. Okay, we've got 10, 18, 19 is our number. G-Dubs, and he's got 17. Fleabag has 19. Fleabag, you got it right on the money, buddy. Check it out. There's 10, 18, 19. Fleabag. Woohoo! We have a winner. How about that? All righty. That was kind of fun. I like not knowing what the number is. It could be anything. Okay, so Fleabag, you have a choice between the coin storage supplies and the stickers, or the Nokta Macro hat. So whichever you pick is yours. You want the stickers and the coin storage units. All righty, let me get an envelope so that I do not lose any of your prizes. I was almost organized today, but not quite, because I didn't have an envelope. Okay. So, got stickers and stuff. I may have to rearrange this envelope a little bit to make everything fit in it, but we will see to it that all the prize, goodness, all the prizes get in. And I need to get them in the envelope. And if you would, even though I know I have your address, please email me again. I'm trying to get everybody's info into a database so that I don't have to keep asking. All righty. That was fun. Woohoo! All right, what else are we going to do tonight? Goodness, besides choke. Okay, hi, Barry Olson. Got here a little late for the prize, but we may have another one later. Hi, Henry Sawyer. Glad to see you back in here again. Okay, now I'm just going to start talking about some assorted stuff. I'm still so excited about finding out that Bill Wyman from the Rolling Stones is a detectorist. That one just made me super happy. I'm going to talk about some channels today. Let me get into my bookmarks. I bookmarked one that I wanted to discuss a little bit. Actually, I bookmarked a couple of things. Oh, yeah, let me go do this one real quick. This one was really interesting. This is a promotional thing going on with Calico detectors. And I will get the link, but I'm going to read you part of it. This is a $10,000 reward for an interview with whoever finds Fenn's treasure. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Fenn's treasure. I'm going to read you the article real quickly. It says, Calico Metal Detectors is offering a $10,000 reward for the first exclusive video interview with the treasure hunter or hunters who locate Fenn's treasure. For a decade, the location and contents of Fenn's treasure remain a buried mystery. Then on June 6, 2020, an unidentified treasure hunter found the bounty. It was confirmed by Forrest Fenn, the original burier, that it had been discovered, that they had discovered the famed cache. And although the treasure hunters are now rich off coins, jewelry, and gold nuggets, Calico Metal Detectors wants to make them $10,000 richer and inspire other treasure hunters in the process. So what has happened is someone found the treasure, they haven't stepped forward, and Calico wants to be the first one to get an interview with them and find out what equipment they were using and so forth, and is willing to pay $10,000 for that privilege. So I'm just gonna put the link up, and if you're interested in the story, the reward is good through December 8th, 2020. And hopefully whoever the person who found it was will step forward. Whoever, the person who found it was, I turned the sound off on YouTube. I refreshed it and it went stupid. So anyway, Calico's put up 10 grand to try to be the first ones to interview whoever it was that located that cache of stuff that Mr. Fenn buried. I don't think he thought it was going to be found as soon as it was, but it's kind of a neat story, and hopefully the people will come forward and claim the extra 10 grand and show us what was in the treasure and tell us how they found it. I'd like to know. I'm going to post a link to that story. It's over on the Calico Detector site. And I'm going to share something else from there with you. I have to find it again. This is actually kind of old and it may not be on here anymore. So I'm just going to have to search. I wish. maybe I can use a search function. I don't know if it searches the whole site or not. No, I guess it's not up there anymore. That's too bad. There was something I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know how to find it on here. I'll keep looking for it though, because it's kind of a neat thing that I wanted to share. And it's important to me, so it may not be up here anymore. They don't have any dates on them. That's the problem. If I could find the dates, I could go right to it. It didn't come up on the search engine, so I guess you can't search their blog, or they take things down after a time. So I may have to share that with you later on. I don't seem to be able to. It must be gone. That's too bad. Nope. I guess it's gone. There was an article on here that maybe I can find it through my email. I know this is very boring, but you'll understand why I'm going through all this exercise if I actually find it for you. I'm just mad that I can't put my finger right on it. Oops. Oh, my. I'm searching my email for it now. All right. I'm trying to find the link to it. So I'm sorting through my email, because there's supposed to be a link in here. Oh, well, I'll have to save this for another time, I guess. What it was an article where they actually featured me on the Calico site last year, and I guess it's not up there anymore. I will search around and see if I can find it. I just can't seem to put my hands on it right now. Oh well, it would have been fun to share it, but I guess it's gone now. Okay, so there was another channel. Oh, I have checked with Calico. They still are waiting for the new coils for the Simplex. I'll let y'all know as soon as they get in stock. I'm trying to talk Mark into taking some pre-orders on those, because I got a feeling when they come in, they're going to go right back out. Yep, same guy, Forrest Fenn. Same guy that buried the kilos of gold in New Mexico. Exactly. All right. Okay, go over here. Something else I want to share, if I can find it. I'm going to try to be sharing some people's channels periodically. And so I don't tell anybody when I'm going to share their channel. If I like what I see, I'm sharing the channel. You know, it's not it's just something that I'm interested in doing. And I'm trying to get past the ads and everything on this guy's channel before I throw it out here. All right. Can I stop it? No, I hit the wrong button. I hate it when that happens. And that's not the right video. Okay, this is the one I want. Anyway, sometimes this gentleman is in my stream. It's a channel called Wig TV. And I just wanted to show a little bit of his video. If I can get him up here. Right now it's got a commercial on. I'm trying to get rid of that. We don't need that. For those who need a beach fix, this is Wig TV. And this is Cape Canaveral, Florida. We're just going to watch a little blip of Wig TV from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Oops. Maybe not. There we go. So.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm not going to stream his whole video, but this guy has a pretty cool channel, and he just shook his target out of his basket there.
I got that right there.
So anyway, I'm just giving him a little shout out because I enjoy his videos, and if you like to watch the beach detectors, go check him out. Wig TV. We earlier shared some of Iffy Signals. That's another good channel. Rivendell Coins and Antiquities. Hello. Trying to remember if I had any other pertinent information I needed to put out there about detecting. Oh, I'll be right back. I want to grab something real quick because I did this once before, but there's a lot of different people in here right now. So I'll be right back. This is to go. It's kind of interesting for the coin people. What this is that I have placed here on my little counter is a bunch of coins that were metal detected. Now, there, of course, is always the big discussion of should I clean my coins? And it's probably the number one debated thing when a person is both a detectorist and a coin collector. Because, of course, the collecting world says, oh, no, no, no! You cannot clean a coin. But we find a lot of this. I mean, it is just, it's not going to hurt anything, really, if we clean the crud off of a 2006 penny. But this is pretty much what they look like when they come out of the ground. And this is after they've been rinsed off with some water. Because most of this stuff ends up going in the Coinstar machine. And you can get yourself in big, big trouble if you put sandy, dirty coins in a Coinstar machine, and they frown upon that. But, you know, you see all of these TV. Yeah, I mostly, I have a little plastic container, and I put them in water with maybe a drop of Dawn and let them soak for a little bit, break that stuff up off of them. And that's about all I do to mine. But even at that, you end up with this. And now, you see a lot of detecting videos where it seems like they're pulling all of these coins out that are like sparkly new looking. And I really have to question some of those digs. Yeah, it makes for good YouTube videos. But the fact of the matter is, they don't look like that when you pull them out of the ground. Which tells me they put them in the ground. Well, yeah, I've got a jar of zinc coins that are half rotted away. I always tell people, oh, I found a half cent yesterday, and then I show them a zinc-in that's half gone. But the problem is, most of the time, your coins are so nasty, you don't know if you've got a 1909 penny. You don't know, because this is what they look like. Some of them are better than others. For the most part, anything that detectorists are actually cleaning have no intrinsic value to begin with. So it doesn't hurt to clean those. I am a little bit leery of some of these bigger channels, though, where they go in and they pull out I'm going to use a war nickel as an example. They pull a war nickel out of a place that has red clay and sand. Now, I'm sorry, that is not going to come out all nice and shiny. So if they pull that out of the hole and it looks like that in that soil, I'm pretty much sure they put that in there so they could take it out on camera. I'm not going to name anybody. I see it periodically, and I just have to question, because I didn't see them actually dig the coin. And all of a sudden they pull out this immaculate piece of currency, of coins, that has no dirt on it. If it had been in the ground, just like a piece of silver, and it had been in the ground for a while, it's going to be dirty. I'm sorry, you're not going to pull it out of the hole and flick one little piece of dirt off of it. That's not how it works. And this is what it looks like, truthfully. This is just a pile of detected pennies. And the reason that these pennies are here is I am making, oh, there's a quarter. Now, see, here's a good example. This is a clad quarter that was pulled out of the dirt in Georgia. It is not going to come out nice and shiny. Exactly, Scott. When a coin comes out of the ground, most of the time, you can't tell what it is. And that's why when I'm watching these videos of these big, massive channels, and I see them pull these coins out and they're immaculate. That can't be legit. Once in a while, you might pull one out that's pretty clean. I've pulled out I think it's a 1952 Canadian dime, and it's silver. I pulled it out of the very same place that I pulled this quarter out of. And it was black. It was black. And I had to actually take my finger and rub a little bit to see what it was. It didn't come out perfect. And I don't understand how these people can have coins coming out perfect. So if you're watching a metal detecting video and you see that, there may be more to that story. If you actually see them on camera, dig it up and pull it out of the dirt, that's one thing. But a lot of times what you will see is they have already dug, and then they turn the camera on and they'll say, oh, over here, here's the target, and they pull it out and it's spotless. I would question that a little bit. So that's just, yeah, say there's people in here that are real. You know, we are real detectors, and this is what we really get. You know, I see all these channels. I spend hours watching channels trying to find people that are legit. And if you watch an hour video and they're showing you, or you watch a 20-minute thing, yeah, exactly. They have seeded this property where they say it's a brand new permission to search. They've been out there. They have put these things in the ground a week or two or even a month ahead. They know where the stuff is, and they'll go and they'll dig up, you know, a pull tab or something, and then all of a sudden they're hitting this whole big bunch of stuff. It rarely works that way. It just doesn't. And I get in a lot of trouble. A lot of people don't like me because I point those things out. But I don't want people thinking that, oh, you can just buy a detector and go out there and suddenly you're going to be finding Walkers and Benjis and half cents. And now there are some areas where that may well happen. But those places are few and far between. And if you see, like, you see a guy out on the beach detecting, and one of the reasons I picked Wig TV is because his stuff's pretty real. You know, you go on there and he ends up with a bunch of garbage, and yeah, sometimes he gets lucky and finds a couple rings, but he doesn't find like 10, 12 rings every time he goes out, gold bracelets, $40,000 stuff. Those are rare. If you're watching videos of somebody and they're pulling out 6, 7, 8 rings every day, watch their hands in the videos, because I actually caught one guy. There's a guy from Massachusetts or somewhere up there. He started the dig. He had a handful of rings on, and you don't see his hands very much, but there was just a glimpse of his hands at the beginning, and I noticed he had a number of rings on. He had one on his thumb. You know, basically he had about 8 or 9 rings on. And I happened to catch a glimpse of his hands later in the video, and you know, like 3 or 4 rings on, but he's been finding rings all over the place. So I went back and froze that frame where I could see his hands. And I could actually identify 2 of the rings as things he said he dug that day. No. You got to watch out for that. People, that's how they build their channels. But they'll do this. They'll be down in the hole, and of course this one's a little tight on me, but they'll pop one off, drop it in the hole, and then they'll be digging over here, and then, oh, I must have missed the target. Oh, look, it's a ring. I detected with one of those guys once. The day I was with him, he didn't find any rings. He didn't find much anything. He found a belly button ring and a bling earring and some fishing weights that day because I was watching him. So when you're watching the detecting videos, bear that in mind. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing it's set up. And that's sad because there are detectorists out there who are doing it live. They're honest about it. And you know, they will show you their crappy videos too. Like I've found gold, but I've also found a lot of garbage. Mike, you nailed it. I did not name the person that I went metal detecting with, who the day I was with only found a belly button ring, a bling earring, and some fishing weights. But you just named that person. Cynthia has a nickname for that person. I wish I could claim it, but Cynthia came up with it. It is hers. She nailed it. But yeah, that people like that are exactly who I'm talking about. Initially I liked him and I thought, hey, this guy's driven and but the more I watched and the more I tuned in, and then I actually went detecting with him. And things were very different when there's somebody watching him. And yet he's got this big channel. He's made a production. Yeah, some people like that. They want to watch reality TV. Anybody that watches reality TV knows that it's not really real and it's all scripted and staged and so forth. We don't say that name in here. Cynthia says it, but she spells it a little different. Let me see if I can spell it like she spells it. My fingers won't even type that word. I even threw away some quarters because they had that name of that state on them. I think this is how Cynthia spells it. Did I spell it right, Cynthia? Let me know. But he's far from the only one. There are some channels that are tremendously popular that, because I go out there and I detect all the time, I just really have to wonder. So this is just a warning, a little tag that when you watch my videos, they might not be particularly exciting, but that's what happened that day. That day wasn't a biggie. Other days, you go out there and you dig up a gold ring. But the odds are that is not going to happen every single day. And if you're watching a channel and that is happening every single day, you need to question how they're pulling that off. I've got a list of people I want to go detecting with, because I don't know if what they're doing is real or not. I mean, if they're really finding that kind of stuff, I want to see it. Now, there are people that I went detecting with in Florida, and they had just the same crappy day that I did. They, they weren't pulling up anything particularly exciting. The day before they may have, the day after they may, but it doesn't happen every day. There have also been some instances that bother me terribly of people showing rare coins, and they'll say they dug this coin up, whatever, a Spanish real or whatever. But, oh, I dug this coin. And then somebody will look at it really carefully. They'll put it under, they'll put the thing under the scope because they're bragging about it. And then you find out that that exact same picture is not a scope at all. It's a picture they took off of eBay when they bought that coin to make themselves look good. So if you're considering getting a detector, it's a lot of fun. You can find tremendous stuff like I showed you earlier at the very beginning of this stream when we were looking at Bill Wyman from the Rolling Stones, who has found items that are now in British museums. Of course, a lot of that was found actually on his property because he's a wealthy man and he has a lot of property. But even he says, you go out there and you don't get a big treasure every day. I wish we could all get a big treasure every day, but we're not going to. So I'm going to give away a little treasure instead. Now, how about that segue? I'm going to give away a little treasure. Let's see what Susie can come up with to give away. I still have the backpack, but I know you coin people, you're not always real impressed with the backpack or the detecting stuff. And that's too bad. Because Cynthia got some real good stuff the other night because she likes the detecting stuff. Now, let's see what's in my little coin box here that I can give away. Ooh, this is a pretty nice one. Okay, since we were just talking about that, I'm going to put that up there. I was just talking about how when you pull a war nickel out of the ground, it's not all shiny and neat. War nickels are rarely shiny just because of their makeup. So, hi Shane. So anyway, on this little giveaway, I'm gonna give it either or again. I've got a 1943 war nickel. Let me put my little scope on here. I know I'm not exciting like all the high dollar channels, but there you go. So we've got a 1943 on a staple, a 43p. It's a little worse for wear, and this is pretty much, I pulled one out of the ground at my sister's farm, and it was about in this condition, except dirtier. Of course, the dirt, it was surface dirt, and it came off. It wasn't bad, but it didn't come out like a mint coin. That's just not going to happen. And then I've got a 2005 nickel with the Buffalo replica from the 2005s. And then we've got a Kennedy, a 67 Kennedy. So we have a choice here of coins or I'm being nice by giving you a choice. I should say, well, you take it or leave it. But anyway, we have a choice of the coinage, or we have, get the right camera here, sis. There we go. All right. We have a really cool, this is one of those drawstring backpacks. They're actually very lightweight, and I'm not going to pull the strings tight on it, but they're also very handy to like have in your car. I have one of these in my car that I have some extra items for when I go detecting things I don't need to carry every day, but I might need to have them out in the field. Yeah. No, Fleabag, I think one to a customer on this one, unless you want to win it and give it to somebody else. But we're going to play that same game again. That seemed to work out okay. Oh, and of course, you get your Suzy Q 96 sticker with either one of those prizes. All right. Now, for those who were not in here before, what we're going to do is we're going to pick a number. And pick a number between 5 and 30 when I say go, and you'll understand why I'm telling you 5 and 30 is because I'm going to roll these dice after everybody's picked their number, and we're going to add up the total of the dice, and whoever is closest without going over to what the dice total up to be is the winner. So we're going to take 2 minutes starting as soon as this hits the screen. Yeah, Fleabag, you can do that. You can enter and donate. Okay, go. Number between 5 and 30. The first person that says the number, that's who gets that number. So I'm going to warm these dice up. Get them all nice and warm. You can see my timer over there. Yahtzee. These are my Yahtzee dice, Mark. They actually are my Yahtzee dice. Oh, that's funny. They are indeed my Yahtzee dice. I just wanted to do something different. I don't trust those comment picker thingies. They don't seem to work real well for me. I even got myself the other night. So this is something a little more random. I can't force the dice to pick anybody in particular's number. So that's just an idea I had this afternoon, and we may continue with it, or I may do something else at a later time. Just have not decided yet how I'm going to do them, but I really am not fond of, I don't think the random comment pickers are random. I just don't. We're down to 17, 16, 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I put stoop, but I meant stop. Stop already. All right. Move these things off of here because I'm going to put that plastic box back up here because dice do not roll well on fabric. So I'll roll on this. Sit that off to the side. I do have a couple more things to talk about before I end this, but we're going to find us a winner first. Let me get back up to the beginning of the numbers. Okay, They start right there. All right. Okay, we got 10, 16, 17. Jarvis got 15. And 16 is Jimmy Lakari. And I think that's going to be the closest without going over. Let me go back and double check that. 14, 23's over, 19's over, 18's over. It's Jimmy the Lurker Lakari. It's Jimmy the Lurker. Yeah, see, Barry was 18. Barry was over. You have to be, it's without going over. So it's Jimmy Lakari. Okay, Jimmy, you got a choice. You want the backpack or the coinage? Take your choice. Backpack or coins? I have a feeling I know what he's going to take. I'm sorry, Barry, but you were over, honey. Can't go over. Empyrean label. Well, hey, buddy. Okay, Jimmy, make an executive decision. You want the backpack or the coins? I need to know what size envelope to get out here. Oh, my goodness. Coinage, please. I figured as much. Okay. Put these little coinages in there. And, all right. If I can get them in the envelope. There we go. All right. Let me mark that. Now, I only go to the post office about once every other week. I should probably be going Friday or so, but don't hold me to that. And the reason is because I'm high risk for COVID. I don't wander around too much, so I only go about once a week or so and pick up my mail and send stuff out. So if I'm a little tardy, that is actually an official Nokta Macro Metal Detectors backpack. That's what that is. All right, let's put the toys away now. And I'm going to just mention a couple more things and then we're going to go. The first thing I'm going to mention is that I will have a video coming out either late tonight or early tomorrow. I may save it for tomorrow and do it as a premiere. I haven't decided yet, but I just didn't have time to finish it up. But it is a metal detecting video. This actually started out as a metal detecting channel. And when the COVID thing kicked in and I was locked down, I started doing the coin things because that was another hobby of mine. Be lucky I haven't subjected you to my stamp collecting yet. Okay, the next thing I want to mention is on my other channel, which is Oh Susie Q Jewelry and Decor, on July the 19th, which is a Sunday, and is actually coming up pretty soon. I'm going to be having Christmas in July, and we will be having some really good deals on jewelry that you can get for holiday gifts, and we will have some holiday jewelry as well, and also some holiday decor items that are, all of the stuff's handmade by me. I wanted to do that before I move, so I maybe not have to move quite so much of it. and also because I kind of need money to move. And those who have been in my jewelry sales seem to enjoy the merchandise. So that will be coming up, and I'll be doing a promo for that. The other thing that I need to promote is I've been stuck here between 550. The other thing that I need to promote, between 550 and 600 people forever. Got 593 people who have signed on to my channel, and I don't really do like 400, 500, 600. I did do a 500, but what I do is I had 444, I had 555, and you know what comes next in the order of things is a 666 Devil Made Me Do It appreciation giveaway, and I've got some really nice things put away for that if we can ever get to it. So sometime this week I'm going to be making a promo video for that. Y'all need to help me get to that 666 because that's where some of these goodies are going to be given away. I have stuff for the coin people. I have stuff for the detecting people. I have a set of Garrett headphones. I have another set of headphones that were donated by Kellyco. I have some digging tools. I have a whole bunch of really cool stuff to give away, but we got to get to the giveaway. So I would greatly appreciate if everybody who's here now would hit like. If you have not done so, please maybe give my channel a shout out if you have a channel, and see if we can't get to that 666 giveaway, because I really do have some really cool stuff to give away, and I'd like to do it before I move. I will be moving to Virginia in the middle of August, and the closer I get to the move, the more busy I'm going to be with packing and that sort of thing. So I'd like to get all these giveaways and things done in the month of July, because when I first get to Virginia, I might miss a couple of live streams. I'm not sure what my internet situation is going to be when I get there. So we need to give all these groovy prizes out, and don't know if you can enter that one. Well, here's the thing. It may not actually be 666. It may be 696. It may be 656. I just want to get somewhere around 650 plus. So I think you can enter it. It's all in fun. There's nothing particularly to be. Hey, you know what? That superstition might make you the grand prize winner. You know, it can work both ways, Fleabag. It can work both ways. I had this one that I wasn't going to enter because the guy said something that made me a little superstitious. And I entered it, and I ended up winning a whole really nice bunch of prizes. I didn't win the grand prize. I was hoping for the grand prize, which was a metal detector, but I did win a whole bunch of really nice stuff in one that I wasn't going to enter because I was superstitious. So don't be superstitious. It's silly. Mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. All right. So I think I plugged everything that I wanted to plug, and I just realized that one of my moderators didn't come tonight, but this is metal detecting night, so I understand that she may not be interested in this particular stream, but it's okay. Or she might be fishing too. But anyway, I only have a couple moderators. I went through my moderator list, and there were 3 people on it that I like those 3 people. I have no problem with them, except for the fact that they were made moderators at my first live stream and they've never been back since. So that has left a whole lot on Handy Andy 736. So anyway, I think that's everything I wanted to discuss. Like I said, I may put this video up tonight, in which case it'll probably debut around 11 o'clock. So haven't decided yet. Just keep your eyes open. Check your notification bell. And the reason I'm saying that is, for some reason, YouTube has been resetting those bells. You will think that you have your notifications set to tell you every time someone comes on. And in fact, you don't. I started going through my list yesterday, and over half of the ones that I checked had been reset, and they were not, in fact, notifying me. And I missed out on some really good videos and some really good giveaways, and just check those on any channel that you like, and make sure that your notifications are set right, because YouTube's been doing some weirdness. And like, I am always in Shibby Rob's channel. I started not getting notified of Shibby Rob's streams, and I know when they are. So I knew something was wrong. So I went and looked, and sure enough, it was set back to where I wasn't getting notifications. So y'all check your notifications on any of the channels that you like, not just mine. Like I said, keep your eyes open. I got a video coming out. Other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot more I wanted to cover. I'm going to go watch the rest of those videos from Bill Wyman of the Rolling Stones. I thought that was just really cool. Those who came in late don't know what I'm so excited about, but I discovered that Bill Wyman of the Rolling Stones is a metal detectorist, and I found some videos online, so I got to go watch and see what Bill Wyman's been digging up over there in the UK. My next scheduled live stream is Monday. I have been just popping in and doing random little streams. So, and the reason I'm doing that is, like, I'm sorting coins and things like that, and I just want a record of what I'm doing. And if people want to come in and watch, that's, you know, that's really cool too. But my next scheduled one is Monday night, which is Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is the Lodo coin collecting show. We're almost done with one of the books with the car wash quarters. I'm hoping that we can finish those up, and I'm gonna have to go get some quadas. So we'll be doing that Monday. I'll probably see a lot of you on Saturday in the live stream on Rick G's channel, where they're doing the culmination of the 20 channel gold giveaway. I entered on most of those channels, so maybe I might win a penny or something. But anyway, I'm sure I'll see a lot of y'all out there in that. I'm going to bed pretty early because I'm going to try to go metal detecting tomorrow morning if it's not raining. So on that note, all of you, please be safe. I know it's an inconvenience to wear a mask, but please do so for your fellow man or woman. Like, I'm very high risk for COVID, and you may not feel sick, but neither did Typhoid Mary, and she killed half of New York City. So that being said, I'm going to go. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and thank you all for coming in. Handy Andy 736, best moderator on the planet. So that being said, I'll see y'all later. Good night, everybody. Thanks again for your support. Bye-bye.